there, grabbing that defensive rebound and getting out all the way to the rim in transition. Hunger really runs the floor extremely well.
Hunger is easily the most important player in this Hungary team, and this is the first free throw, in my opinion.
No, I agree. I think that he takes a lot of the pressure off the other players and allows them to play with more comfort, and he's a guy that can handle that responsibility within the team.
Jump down low, Lazic. And the ball knocked out of his hands. Here comes Szilard Vinka. Crosses midcourt. Takes it all the way.
Outstanding finish right there.
Well, Vinka has games where he doesn't do too much in terms of scoring, but then he does have big games. This could be one of them. Nurkic gets it down low, and Bosnia-Herzegovina follow up the miss. The ball goes out to Roberson for three. In and out. And has to be a frustrating start for Bosnia-Herzegovina on the offensive end.
Let's give credit to Hungary with their physicality in the paint, defending, scrappy in the low post.
Keller hacked by Lazic. So free throws coming for Akos Keller.
Hungary has started this game with a lot of self-confidence. Really like the look of their team defensively, creating some opportunities offensively. But again, the big point is how they handle that low post coverage and defensive rebounding. And so far, they're off to a scrappy, good start.
Keller takes his time, misses the first. And Keller had a tough time during the qualifiers. I think his temperament may be called into question a little bit. Couldn't stay out of foul trouble. We'd like him to be on the court for as much as possible today, especially with Nurkic out there for Bosnia and Herzegovina.
He's really their one low post matchup that can give them some physicality.
With Musa splitting the defense and Keller. And that's where I think Keller doesn't want to be committing fouls out on the perimeter like that.
Yeah, it's tough to see that happen if you're on the Hungary bench. You know, you want him to be out there at those critical moments, and if he's on the bench, you just wonder what you're going to get coming here from some of the reserves.
Interesting that Benedict Ferrari, the favorite of Tombote, favorite son, comes in along with Hopkins, their naturalized big from the USA. Quick pass to Roberson, goes off his hands, not deflected out of bounds. Again, you know he likes to drive, though he has it knocked away. He gets it back, he puts it up, and there's Hopkins. Musa looks at the ref. He just runs down the court. Vojvoda pulls up on the break, and it's good. Goodness me, number 9, Vojvoda, off to a fast start. And Bosnia and Herzegovina call timeout. Well, they're letting him play, Mike, early on, and Bosnia want to talk things over. Bosnia-Herzegovina, so let's go down to the huddle and listen in. Here's Vojvoda showing his, he's kind of multi-skilled offensively. I mean, obviously you got to be able to put the ball on the deck and drive, but also people have to respect that three-pointer because otherwise he'll go past them as well.
David is their go-to player. Hanga will attract a lot of attention, but Vojvoda's got to be a main scorer for them. Great start for Hungary and a really good time out there for Bosnia. Let's see if they can organize their offense a little bit better.
comes Nurkic, and they get it down low, and Hopkins fouls a little bit. So let's see if this stops the rock for Bosnia and Herzegovina.
Really good action there from Bosnia. Nurkic came across off a screen, came out of the low post into a middle pick and roll. On the short roll, he caught the ball and made a beautiful pass under the rim.
And first is good. So sometimes when you're struggling, it's good to get to the free throw line and get some easy ones. Verratti over to the corner. Verratti down low to Hopkins, turns, and off the front of the rim. Roberson to Nurkic again, and Nurkic puts it up and scores, and he's fouled. No, they're not going to count it. They're going to say the foul was before the shot.
Hungary #1, Michael Hopkins, second foul. And substitution, Adam Hunger is back. And for Hungary, now is number 22, Janos Ellingsfeld.
Ellingsfeld's checked into the game, and Hunga is back for Hungary. Here's Nurkic. Well, he's not shy about putting up the basketball from deep, and there is Halilovic fouled as he goes up from Ellingsfeld, who just checked in.
Number 22, Janos Ellingsfeld, first foul, fourth team foul, Hungary.
A lot of people say this is a do-or-die game for these two countries. I don't know how you can make that statement so early in the competition, but I suppose as underdogs, it is crucial for them to get the win, and Nurkic twists and turns and scores.
And there's just Nurkic going to work on the block, imposing his will down there. Outstanding move.
Vojvoda on the baseline, and right now he is carrying Hungary offensively.
So skilled, playing without the ball. Nice little mid-range finish on the baseline.
Halilovic, though, right down the lane.
They're really getting some opportunities off those short roll actions from the bigs.
And in it goes Eilingsfield, fouled by Nurkic.
Bosnia and Herzegovina, number 0, Yusuf Nurkic, first foul.
Nothing too complicated about that offensively, was it?
No, very simple play. Roberson, very good pick and roll player.
Dean Vrabat's checking in the game for Lazic. And Ellingsfield gets to the free throw line. Again, one of those reliable players for Hungary. Comes in. Also a perimeter threat. And makes both free throws. So Hungary keep the scoreboard ticking over. And the big question is now, how are they going to prevent some of these good shots from Bosnia and Herzegovina? Because they've had some good looks. Keller dribbles it, or excuse me, Nurkic dribbles it off his foot. You get the feeling these two teams are kind of feeling each other out right now.
Definitely trying to get a feel for the tournament. You know, the first game jitters.
Hunga in the paint, the runner! Well, maybe sitting down for a couple of minutes did him some good, because already we're seeing A-star quality from Hunga on that drive.
Beautiful play.
Musa goes right at Keller and banks it in. So effective driving to the basket.
Now the question is what Bosnia adjustments, what they do to stop these guys. They've got to, again, get more defensive stops here as the first quarter continues.
Hunga steps back for three. And Ellingfeld gets the rebound, gets it back outside to Verratti. Benedict Verratti to the left, puts it up from 3, and it's good. Boy, he has really improved, Benedict Verratti, in this Hungary team. Played a lot of minutes in the Basketball Champions League for Falco Sombote. Here's the reach and the foul. And if that's on Keller, it might be on Colton Pearl, but if it's Keller, it's a killer because it's the second time. Look at that, the three-point shot, running, and it's all hands on deck for Hungary. And it's a good sign that Verratti comes right out and contributes. But so Hopkins has 2 fouls for Hungary, and I thought Keller had already picked up one, but on the official score he doesn't have one, so I'm wondering if that's right. Anyway, Musa gets it to go. Jay gets it checked into the game for Bosnia-Herzegovina. Kamenyas also. Here is Pearl. One of the main guys has it knocked away, able to get it back. He's got to hurry though. Halilovic doing a great job putting pressure, and then he gets the rebound.
Really good defensive stand there for Bosnia.
And now down low he goes, and Halilovic, little jump hook in the lane. And now it's a 3-point game. Feels like one of those games where it's important for Hungary to keep their noses in front. If they fall behind, they don't want to play catch-up.
100%.
Verratti, under 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. And the rebound, Kamenyas. Musa pushing it quickly. He's slowed by Pearl. Halilovic turns, gets inside, passes it back out to the perimeter. Musa has it. Kamenyas drives in, a little bit too hard. They crash the boards. Oh boy, how in the world did he come up with that rebound? Halilovic is doing terrific, and they still scratch for the rebound, and it's Kamenyas that comes down with it. They're getting everything off the glass right now.
There's the advantage of the size and physicality from the Bosnian front court.
Musa misses, and again, another offensive rebound. Musa a little bit farther out, and again, Hungary survived that withering assault. Musa raises his hand as if to say, I need to come out and catch my breath. And as expected, the contest is tight. So wholesale substitutions here. Aiden Adic comes into the game. Emir Sulemanovic comes into the game. And maybe a little less obvious scores on the court for Bosnia-Herzegovina, although all of those guys are obviously capable of putting the ball in the basket. But right now, Musa is catching his breath, as well as Nurkic. Hanga, maybe an opportunity for Hungary. Ball stays out. Aiden Adic, final 30 seconds of the opening quarter. Jegic puts it on the deck, loses it. Here comes Vojvoda, and I think wisely holds up, realizing they want to get the last shot. Hungary trying to stretch their lead. Vojvoda, a high arcing shot, and he has brought his game today, and almost a steal for Hungary right at the end, and that is a huge swing right at the end of the first quarter. Vojvoda stretches the lead with the long three-pointer takes the clock right down to the end, and Hungary lead it 23-17 at the end of one.
So excellent first quarter for Hungary.
Yeah, you see those shooting stats. And
really some big threes to start the game from several guys, including that last one right there. Voivoda attacked the switch, got into a step-back three-point shot, and guys, people that have watched him play know that's his game. He's right in his element in the first half. In the first quarter, 4 for 4, 2 for 2 from three.
And overall, Hungary 3 of 6 from three-point range. Bosnia and Herzegovina just 1 of 6 from three-point range.
I think that's just a difference in their game plan. You know, Bosnia is going to try to post up and play in the paint, attack the rim on those short roll actions that we saw. And Hungary on the other side has the perimeter shooting from Vojvoda, from Benke, from some of the Varadi, from some of the other players on the team. But what a great start for Hungary. I think it's a little bit of a surprise. The one concern has been the defensive boards. They've got to shore up the defensive boards and block out and hold their ground against the physical front court from Bosnia.
Well, folks, download the Courtside 1891 app in your smartphone. Just scan in that barcode and you get video streams, scheduled scores, and more.
This is quarter 2. Let's go.
Hopkins, as the ball is Hungary start with possession here, and you can see that Bosnia and Herzegovina trying to pick it up defensively here to start the second quarter. Hungary has it. Voivoda dribbles in, little runner, and again trying to quicken the pace a little bit.
Without a doubt, the impact of the ball in pick and roll situations with a smaller lineup here, hard shows. Again, they'll play differently with the smaller front court as compared to when they have Nurkic out there.
Gagic dribbles around up high, gets it down low. Kamenyas back outside to Brabac, and Brabac off target. There's another offensive rebound. And that is becoming a problem as you look at the offensive rebounds. 7 offensive rebounds of their 14 rebounds in all for Bosnia and Herzegovina.
It's really keeping Bosnia in the game right now.
Well, great decision by Hunga.
So smooth going to the basket. That was a beautiful right-hand finish.
Aiden Adic from deep, goes in and out. Really looking to get on track. Struggled in the European qualifiers, I thought. Didn't see the best of him in that last window. Hopkins spins, turns, puts it up and in. Wow. And Hungary right now looking formidable here against Bosnia and Herzegovina.
I don't think the game could have started any better for Hungary. They're really playing their game right now and come out with a lot of self-confidence.
Adic. Back outside, Sulemanovic for 3. Good. Wow. And he had a few words for Hopkins as he ran past. He won the Basketball Champions League this past season with Lenovo Tenerife. Sulemanovic playing for Coach Chus Vidoretta. Hopkins dumps it down low, pump fake. Oh boy, Ellingsfield and Hungary just playing smart, intelligent basketball right now.
They attacked the switch beautifully right there. Went to the high-low. Again, really shows the experience playing together and reading the game together. Outstanding possession there for Hungary.
Gagic, meanwhile, that's short. But again, the ball falls to Bosnia and Herzegovina. Gagic from a long way out. And boy, they are not shy about putting up the threes, are they?
No, right now it just seems a little bit better teamwork for good shots on the Hungary side than Bosnia right now. But again, the offensive rebounds are keeping them into the competitive game.
Earl steps out of bounds. Hunga a little frustrated. Stojan Ivkovic sizing up his options. Roberson comes back. And, you know, from the very beginning when Roberson's attempts kind of looked like it was going in and front and back of the rim and came out, it's just been a struggle for Bosnia-Herzegovina to make their threes. Allen coming back in for Hungary.
I would like to see Bosnia have a little bit better teamwork, a little bit better ball movement, run some of their offensive sets a little bit more together to kind of create some easier shots for each other. The short roll action has given them some good looks early in the first quarter. Let's see if they get back to that here in the second.
Oh, what a drive from Aiden Adic. A much more intelligent play, perhaps. And isn't it interesting that a player who really, as I said, wasn't at his best in the qualifiers is the guy that might come into the game and give his team a lift?
Well, they're looking for that lift right now, and he can definitely deliver it. That was a really strong one-on-one move against Vojvoda, strong finish. And I think in general, the Bosnia team is playing a lot of one-on-one basketball right now. Hopefully they can kind of find a little bit better rhythm together as the game progresses.
Adic completes the three-point play. Let's see if that sparks this team from the Balkans. Elard Benka back in as well. Bravac going for the steal, so it opens up for Benka. And Allen wasn't quite sure whether he was going to the basket or not. Hopkins now going to work on Lazic. Spins, turns on the baseline, and he's fouled. The former Georgetown Hoya.
That was just a really nice move in the post. Backing him down, pivoting away to the baseline, taking the contact and still finishing. Great finish from Hopkins.
Great story, Hopkins. Consider he came to Europe, was playing kind of in the second division basketball in some pro leagues, and has gotten better and better every year. And here he is playing on the big stage of the Eurobasket. So he completes the three-point play. Here's Roberson for three. Get it! Well, he's an obvious candidate to get it going.
Explosive offensive player for sure.
Elard Benka. Quick pass. Bravac called for the foul. There's a lot of physicality defensively from Bosnia-Herzegovina.
Again, as Bosnia switches these screens, the teamwork and recognition and awareness of Hungary is very impressive. Again, well coached, and you can see the experience reading the game together.
Point advantage for Hungary. Allen spins with a running shot. Halilovic hands it off to Roberson. And it goes. Halilovic misses, but there's the follow. Another offensive rebound and putback. This one by Bravac. Hanga drives in. Oh, he couldn't quite get it to go. Halilovic takes it the other way. Roberson looks up the floor. Great defense. And now Hanga has it. Look out! And that was all because of the hustle from Hopkins to come up with the steal. Now Halilovic. And again, Bosnia-Herzegovina trying to quicken the tempo.
Game loosened up there for a few possessions. Guys got up and down the floor a little bit.
Hopkins raises the net. Lazic. And Elard Benka, perhaps feeling a little bit of a mismatch, commits the foul. Hunga's went out. Barati comes back in. Akos Keller comes back in for Hopkins. How did you like that Hopkins three-point attempt? A little bit too early in
Yeah,
the offense?
I don't think that's what they were looking for in that situation. I think they'll have some conversations about that shot.
Robertson able to inbound the basketball. You see the size advantage of Bosnia-Herzegovina. The bounce pass, Nurkic is back in the game. And that foul's on Keller.
I think they gave it to Roscoe Allen.
I don't know what Akos Keller's doing well today, but he seems to be avoiding fouls. But I'm not counting, he's already got 3. And Nurkic misses the first. And another offensive rebound. And Keller not able to corral it. And it is a problem right now, the offensive boards. $11 of their 22 rebounds right now for Bosnia and Herzegovina coming on the offensive glass. 6 second chance points. Probably should be more. Here's Nurkic going to work.
So strong and powerful in the paint. Great finish from Nurkic at the rim.
Benka puts it on the deck and drives and scores. Saw some intensity over there on that Bosnia-Herzegovina bench from Coach Bakir. Kind of reminded me of Vedran Bosnic, the coach that guided Bosnia-Herzegovina to this FIBA Eurobasket. The ball goes out of bounds. And this is again Benka showing, you know, there are moments, there are flashes when he can make plays, big plays. Bosnia-Herzegovina, though, again, trying to use that advantage down low with Nurkic. Here they are, and Halilovic fouled by Vojvoda.
So the two areas Bosnia's looked to establish are the paint and those short roll actions. I think the short roll actions have given them actually a little bit more than the post so far to this point. We've seen Nurkic establish himself a little bit, but those short rolls have given them some great drives to the basket.
Well, Vojvoda, that's his 3rd foul, so he goes to the bench. That is a big development. And Zoltan Perel checks in, really has to pick up the slack with Vojvoda out of the game. Now Robertson, and again, a trip on Keller.
Amazingly, it's Keller's first foul.
That's incredible. I think he thinks he's got more fouls than that. The way he's been looking. But again, it just goes to show he picks up fouls a long way from the basket, and he's got to be out there guarding Nurkic, but Robertson makes the first.
We'll see if they adjust their pick and roll coverage at the point of attack there to protect them a little bit.
I just wonder in the back of my mind if somebody's misunderstood who the foul was on previous possessions. 2-point lead for Hungary. Led for the entire time. Keller from deep. And again, early 3-point shot. Halilovic going to work on Allen. Jump hook, and they've tied the game.
Great patience in the post there from Halilovic. Got to his spot, right-hand jump hook. Important basket.
Benka. Bounce pass. Keller! Are you kidding me? Rolls to the basket and throws it down two-handed.
Great strong play by Akos Keller.
That was a big-time play from Akos Keller.
And a great answer right after the Bosnia team tied the game.
Now Nurkic going to work on Keller. And he looks up at the Bosnia and Herzegovina fan section and says, how'd you like that? This is Basketball City here for the next week in Germany. And Keller, boy, gives up a potential layup, and they end up with a three-pointer from Szilard Benka. When they make that extra pass, Hungary, very tough.
Beautiful. The short roll decision from Keller, extra pass for the three. I mean, that's Hungary basketball right there. Outstanding teamwork.
Nurkic left open, gets it right back. Well, the NBA star, one of the big attractions at this FIBA Eurobasket. Benka from deep, good! And Benka is feeling it today.
Came off the screen with so much confidence right there.
Well, now he's got 10 points. Szilard Benka. And Allen knocks it out of the hands of Nurkic and commits the foul. One of those games where Hungary just seems to make the big shots right when Bosnia Herzegovina are starting to really kind of get to grips with them.
The question is, how long can they keep it up? Are they able to sustain it? The physicality in the post at the 5 and the 4 from Bosnia, the offensive rebounding from Bosnia. It's going to be tough. They've got to keep making those shots, and how long can they do it? Can they do it for the full 40 minutes? That's the big question.
And the other thing is, I mean, Coach Ivkovic isn't waiting to make a change until halftime, is he? Trying to weather the storm until then, and then come at them with something completely different.
Yeah, let's see what type of adjustments they would make. It definitely is a concern for Voda with the 3 fouls in the first half. I think that's maybe rolling the dice a little bit, keeping them out there and not protecting them a little bit more.
Well, fortunately for Hungary, Benka has been very good today. But Benka and Vojvoda each with 10 points, 9 points for Adam Hunga. And Hopkins has done quite well too with 5 points. But where they're really struggling is those defensive boards. And those second chance points now, 10 have been scored by Bosnia-Herzegovina, although 5 have been scored by Hungary. Where Hungary have really capitalized is after the turnovers. They've got 9 points off turnovers. Bosnia-Herzegovina haven't scored any. Ailingsfield, that's his game, but he doesn't get that one to drop. Nurkic, though, catches Benka and is called for the foul. Good sportsmanship helps him up. What's Ivkovic looking for? An unsportsmanlike?
Hard to say right there. I'm sure he's just working the referees as usual. Could have been that elbow to the head, huh?
Yeah, I think he got him with the arm. I'm not sure it was maybe more to do with Nurkic's height. Benka, though, has certainly come up big for Hungary in this first half. Now Pearl has been quiet. Ailingsfield. And, well, saw the shot clock winding down, had to put it up. And again, the Hungarian fans, especially those wearing the basketballs on their heads, a little bit nervous. Bosnia-Herzegovina could knot it or even take the lead. Nurkic turns, goes right at Hopkins. And the foul is at Nurkic. Call from the remaining referees. It is indeed the foul called on Nurkic. 3 fouls on Jusuf Nurkic. Incredible. The last in the final minute. That's why you sit your guys down, don't you?
I'm amazed that 2 key players have 3 fouls in this first half.
Hunga. Benka. Oh boy, what a tough drive for Szilard Benka.
Impressive. Strong physical drive to the rim earlier, now a strong physical post up and score. He's had a great first half.
He's leading Hungary in scoring, 12 points. Roberson from 3, good! Finally a 3 falls for Bosnia-Herzegovina. Hunga, his prayer if it goes, but it doesn't come close. Well, Bosnia-Herzegovina can only shoot better from deep, you would think, in the second half. And they get maybe a little bit of momentum right at the end. Hungary, though, leading at halftime, 46-45. So here are the shooting stats from the first half and the rebound. You can see the rebound, and we've been talking about that all game.
Rebounds the key, 24-14.
And maybe a mild surprise is Benka leading Hungary in scoring, but just a mild surprise.
I think that's kind of been the story. He's really asserted himself, but you see the main guys also up there at the top scorers as well.
But here's Benka. And, you know, you talk about the core, and really since the last Eurobasket, which was now going back to 2017, he has been in that core for Hungary.
Maybe this Eurobasket becomes his coming out party with performances like that.
How do you evaluate the performance of Nurkic in the first half?
I think Nurkic, aside from the 3 fouls, you know, I think he really did a great job establishing the post. I think that he's going to stay in that drop pick and roll coverage, which will give Hungary some advantages. But for Nurkic to, you know, take advantage of his strengths and score inside, I think that's a key for Bosnia. Their whole front court has done a great job on the offensive boards, establishing post-up opportunities at the 5 and the 4. So I think you got to be really happy with those aspects of your game if you're Bosnia, the rebounding. But I think at the other end, they've got to do a little bit better defensively. And again, let's give Hungary credit for playing a team game, intelligent game, and playing together.
You know, it's funny, Mike, I mean, we talk about the three-point shooting from Bosnia-Herzegovina and not really the shots not falling, but both teams are 5 and 14. It just feels like Hungary have made more. I don't know why that is.
They need to hit those shots. They've been important shots for their team. But I think, again, how long can they sustain it? They've got to do Hungary's got to do a much better job on the defensive boards. That's a key.
And is there an adjustment you can make? Sagging in the lane, I don't know, you know, because certainly if they pressure those shooters from Bosnia-Herzegovina, the lane's going to be open for those big Bosnians.
Yeah, I think what we saw early in the game were the low post doubles. When the ball came in the post to Nurkic, they doubled him with Hanga, came from the ball side. So I think you can look for some low post doubles in the second half from Hungary defensively. That's one thing that you may see. You know, from that standpoint, it's just protecting your bigs as well. Look at Nurkic just overpower Keller there. That's such a tough matchup for any play.
It's also interesting to me that Hungary have turned the basketball over just once in this game. I don't know what that says about the defense of Bosnia-Herzegovina.
Well, let's give Hungary credit. They're playing within themselves. They're playing within their system. They really have a great understanding of each other. And I think that's more of a testament to the style of Hungary than Bosnia. I think what we saw from Bosnia in the first...
Who will you become when the moment arrives? You're carrying the expectations of an entire nation, representing your people and their dreams, the colorful faces in the streets, the screaming fans in the stands. It's time to make your move. All eyes on you, all hope, all heart. Because when you win for all.
Back to Pau Gasol. Yeah, just decides why not. Senekos Keller is now the Eurobasket all-time leading scorer as he passes Tony Parker.
20 seconds ticking off the clock here. Serbia possession, three-point attempt is good from Bogdanovic.
Embarrassed Skelly on that last play. Shot clock count of 5 and they've lost possession. It's turned over and Hertel will lead the charge and it's Lovern. Oh, again! Massive rejection from Antetokounmpo. We'll offensive. Must be double digits. Here's Market. Oh! Throws it down one-handed.
That's a huge play. Such power in the play. Copenhagen finds a wide over Markkanen.
And Wilson dumps it off, and this time, who was it? Datome that went
Yes,
for the block.
sir. What a block by Luigi Datome. Eric Murphy trying to dunk it this time, to no avail.
With the face show on Tice. Oh, the follow from Moscow. Goodness me. A monster.
Don't
jam
do it
from
to him,
Moscow.
Timothy. Now Doncic explodes up the court. He takes it all the way.
Oh! How about that from Luka Doncic? He is now in the game big time.
Coast to coast, Luka Doncic.
Boy trying to follow. Now Tima. Yannicevic's inside the arc.
Oh! Put back by Porzingis. Who would not want that man on their team? Unbelievable.
Porzingis.
Turns the corner, Schroeder in the passing lane, saves it, gets it back. 3-on-1 for Germany. And Tice. Oh! He just ripped through the ozone layer.
So David Vojvoda, I'm not sure he's the top scorer. I think he's the second leading scorer at 10 points. But boy, has he been important. Certainly kind of helped set the tone. Taylor Bank actually has 12 points, but Vojvoda, of course, very important coming out and making plays early for this Hungary team.
When they need a big basket, they can put the ball in his hands. We saw it at the end of the first quarter. He has the ability to attack a matchup one-on-one. Here you see him drew the switch, isolates his defender, gets into that great step-back jump shot, creates a space, and buries it.
Of course, the downside is he has 3 fouls, and he had to sit down, and it remains to be seen what he will do in the second half. Jusuf Nurkic, I suppose no surprise, and again, this is tough to contain.
Again, great low post scorer. Asserts his physicality and advantage in the paint. Really impressive to start. But again, I'm really surprised that both Nurkic and Vojvoda end the first half with 3 fouls. Nothing to be concerned with yet, but it could become a factor if they're limited in the second half.
Is Nurkic more important to Bosnia-Herzegovina than Vojvoda is to Hungary?
Yes, because I believe that the team gains so much self-confidence from Nurkic. Having him out there on the court, they can rely on him. He can handle all of the responsibility of the game. And again, when he's out there not only scoring on the inside, but as a stretch 5 shooter, just showing off his total package. What an outstanding player he is.
Well, again, we talked about the importance of this game for both of these teams, Bosnia-Herzegovina and Hungary, and I think both are perceived, and probably correctly, to be the underdogs in this group. So you simply cannot afford to lose this game if you want to really aspire to move on into that next phase of the competition.
Yes, I agree. This is a pressure game, this first game. The winner keeps their hopes alive, and the loser really is facing a tough stretch with all the talent in this group. This group is a fantastic group, outstanding teams, and let's be realistic that Hungary and Bosnia, they would be the underdogs against, France, Germany, Lithuania, Slovenia. So this adds to the importance of this first game.
Now, we talked about how these teams have had a chance to play those European qualifiers games. You see Hungary 46 points, 14 rebounds, 8 assists, and we know they need to improve on the boards. Has it benefited them?
That's
controversial.
It's a great question. I think it's been a unique combination of the qualifying windows right before Eurobasket. I think it's been maybe a challenge for coaches and management to handle.
And here we see Szilard Benka getting the focus as well. You see in his outstanding contributions, and you need, obviously you have the headline name, Hunga, Vojvoda, for Hungary, but you need other players stepping up. And for Bosnia-Herzegovina, so many more rebounds, 45 points, 24 rebounds, 9 assists, yet they trail at halftime.
Benka really asserted himself, played with great confidence, was very impressive in the first half, and that's a great surprise, a great boost for Hungary. But we'll see if Bosnia can continue their dominance on the boards, their physicality in the paint.
And Canan Musa, as we look at the focus player for him in that first half, are you happy with his performance?
I think at times, especially early, he was really impacting the game, and then he was quiet. He was really good in transition. He was really good on the short roll actions, and we'll see if they can incorporate some of that into their attack in the second half.
So he played 12 minutes, 43 seconds in that first half. And again, the big developments, Nurkic has the 3 fouls, and Vojvoda has the 3 fouls for Hungary. And it's interesting with, talking about the, who's more important to the other. I think, and I take your point about Nurkic, but I also think with Vojvoda, especially because of the way he's come out and played today. He shot the basketball. You could also say he's equally important to this Hungary team. You want to ride his hot hand while you can.
Right, 100%. He's their go-to guy. Hanga will give those guys a lot of self-confidence for sure being out there. But again, Vojvoda is a guy they trust, and they'll put the ball in his hands.
So we can cover some stats from this game. I have that we have some pressure points. Ready for the second half.
As he's Becker coaching in his first Eurobasket game, Bosnia and Herzegovina. Hey folks, download the app, the Eurobasket app. Just scan in that barcode on your screen and you will have everything you need about the teams, the results, the stats, the news, link to videos. It's all happening. Get it from that app. So I guess both coaches know that only half of the battle has been completed, and now it's going to get even more interesting in the second half. These early moments, so crucial for both of these teams.
And we saw Hungary get off to a fast start in the first quarter, starting well, and I think both teams want to have the first 5 minutes of this quarter. They want to have that strong start.
Well, welcome back, folks. Bosnia-Herzegovina starting with possession. Brabac left wide open, and he hits the go-ahead three-pointer.
Again, the short roll has been really good for Bosnia today. They get the mid-roll decision, pass out to the corner. Brabac's big start to the second half with a corner three.
Allen puts it on the deck. Back outside, Vojvoda. And they get to him quickly. And look at Benka. What a play by Benka, and he's fouled! Making all the right decisions right now for Hungary. Szilard Benka.
Impressive attacking the closeout. Great teamwork. Looked like they had a couple other opportunities. They kept making the extra pass, and then to finish strong at the rim. Well, he's had an outstanding game today.
And you felt like Bosnia-Herzegovina had to be happy with that defense, the way they collapsed on Vojvoda and got the ball out of his hands.
Multiple efforts, really good, and Benka was just a little bit better.
Janan Musa, he is electric. Here he gets inside. Oh boy, just makes it look so easy.
Used his body extremely well, stayed under control, slowed it down, and finished. Great play by Musa.
Hanga drives in, and great defense, great rim protection by Bosnia-Herzegovina. It looked like it was a good decision by Hanga. Watch this again.
Beautiful.
Just great help.
You expect Hanga to finish that play, and Bosnia stepped up. And
oh, great play by Hanga, coming right back to get the ball.
Experienced player, knowing the moment to impact the game, responding. Great job by Hanga there.
Well, even after the turnover, Janan Musa just looks like he's having the time of his life out here playing on the opening day of the FIBA Eurobasket for Bosnia and Herzegovina. Vojvoda, play. Boy, look at the intense defense offered by Halilovic, but he is whistled for the foul.
Again, without Nurkic on the floor, they're able to play a little different pick and roll coverage and impact the ball at the point of attack.
Hungry again, you know he'd like to get it going from a scoring standpoint. Roscoe Allen looks good, but a little long. That would be a plus for him to get it going for Hungary. Musa back to Halilovic, kind of fumbles it, gets it back, bounce pass, oh, great play. Kaminyas lays it up. Allen again, spins, back, Benka, back to Allen, takes the contact and puts it up and in. That was a great finish.
Excellent work by Allen. Possession looked a little frenetic right there. Great finish by Allen at the paint.
Robertson quickly, and doesn't get the call. Now Vojvoda has a chance for Hungary, and he is fouled by Adin Brabac. Boy, the size of Bosnia-Herzegovina is what really jumped out at me. I mean, they have players that can guard any position, and they will go. We've seen Musa, for example, drive right at Keller.
Yeah. It's size for positions is a critical part of basketball in terms of building a team.
Vojvoda, good! Wow! Bringing the rain, David Vojvoda. Having a terrific contest.
Impressive.
13 points. Halilovic passes it back outside to Musa, who puts it on the deck. And Hunga gets it. He pushes it quickly for Hungary. Hunga again, back outside. Benka on the break. Not this time, but Keller able to get an offensive rebound, but then throws it away. Great job, Brabac. And Musa puts it in. Boy, that was a huge counterattack. That's a huge swing right there. 4 points. Key point in time. Hopkins going to come back in the game. And Keller gets it. Oh, he misses the dunk. Roberts again going right at Allen, has to pass it out to Robertson. Robertson has it knocked away. Voivoda has it for Hungary. They've got numbers. He avoids the foul. He gets it down low. Keller fumbles the basketball. Boys having a nightmare all of a sudden. Akos Keller. And now quickly, 2-on-1, the lob. Oh boy, that's a killer. And Bosnia-Herzegovina thriving on the emotion from their fans. And the teams retreat to the bench, and you know, we see this right here, Mike. They take advantage.
It's about finishing plays. Keller has a beautiful roll right down the lane, rims out the dunk, and then in transition, beautiful pass from Voivoda. He's got to finish those 2 plays. It's as simple as that. And then down the other end, you know, the way the game works, if you leave your plays unfinished, the other team's going to have that advantage. And when they'll have the opportunity to finish.
John Musa has been very assertive. That was where he went. He was able to get right at Keller and score. And here was a terrific play by Brabac, avoiding the foul, avoiding the turnover, and getting it to Musa for the layup. So John and Musa coming to life, and of course Halilovic is just physicality, height. But again, huge swing there. You feel bad for Keller because, you know, he doesn't want to miss the dunk. He doesn't want to miss the layup.
If you're going to be an athlete, you're going to have those moments. But hopefully he can recover and make some key plays down the end of the game.
Dorati now back in the game. Hopkins also in the game. And look at the defense from Aiden Adic, just 2.7 seconds on the shot clock.
The other interesting part here is 5 minutes into the third quarter, we haven't seen Nurkic yet. So this is also an interesting factor in the game.
Hopkins catches it. He looks up at the shot clock. He's going to put it up from 3. And did not get the shot off in time. And it is all about defense right now from Bosnia-Herzegovina. Hunga and Pearl going to come in for Hungary. And Halilovic again spins, turns, misses. Hopkins able to knock it away. Halilovic did all the hard work, and then he missed the shot. Voivoda again, not this time. It rims out. Oh, there's the follow from Benka. How did the ball not go down for Voivoda?
You can tell it's Benka's day, though. He's in the right place at the right time, and the ball's finding him.
Huge performance from Benka. Spin, Halilovic, Kamenyas passes up the 3, gets to the baseline, gets it back to Halilovic. Oh boy, just terrific passing, patience. Nurkic will be coming back in on the next dead ball. You can see him getting ready to check in. Voivoda steps back. Dorati. And now Musa. And there's Halilovic. Takes the pass from Musa and throws it down.
Really great passing in the paint the last two possessions. Once along the baseline, now a straight line drive to the rim. Outstanding teamwork from Bosnia.
4-point lead, the biggest of the game. Allen puts it up from three. That's a huge shot. Two teams really digging deep here today. Robertson hands it off, gets it back, puts it up from deep. It's good. And I'll tell you what, if you're France and if you're Germany and Slovenia and Lithuania watching this game, you are gaining respect for both of these teams. Vojvoda missing, and Aiden Adic, this is where he's good. Now Musa doesn't settle, puts it up and draws the foul. Just seems like the dam is about to burst really in Bosnia-Herzegovina's favor, doesn't it?
You can see the Bosnia team playing with a lot of confidence, a lot of positive energy. Different players contributing. It's been a really strong start to the second half here for Bosnia.
They've got 4 players in double digits now, Bosnia. Musa with 13, Halilovic 14, the captain, 10 for Nurkic, and 11 for Robertson. And Musa, if he makes these free throws, could be the team's leading scorer. He's now got 14. Zilar Binka, meanwhile, for Hungary, has 17 and Vojvoda 13. And this is the second, and they try to box out, and they cannot box out. And that has been a story in the game. The offensive rebound and putback, 7 points now the advantage.
And those offensive rebounds off of missed free throws are just so disheartening to a team.
We've already seen Allen hit a 3. And there's the defense. Scrambling Hungary and able to get it to Hopkins. He spins, turns, goes, and gets rejected by Nurkic. And if you're hungry, you know they're not thinking about this right now, but you know it's not going to get any easier in this tournament. Aiden Adic. Nurkic takes the bump, and he scores! And now we're starting to see a Bosnia and Herzegovina team that's got the wind in its sails. Timeout called by Hungary. And Bosnia-Herzegovina go to the bench, and I hate to say it, Mike, but you go back to that sequence where Keller misses those shots, and it really has hurt Hungary.
Unfortunately.
Mike, I guess the best thing that you can say about this situation for Hungary right now, they've still got time. 12 minutes, 25 seconds.
There's plenty of time, and they've shown they can impact the game. The big concern is the inability to rebound. They've got to control those defensive boards. We see Musa getting the putback there. Again, that's a key factor here. They got to get the defensive boards under control.
China Musa, outstanding in the third quarter, now has 16 points to lead Bosnia-Herzegovina in scoring. He is gone. He's now on the bench, catching a breather. Richly deserved. Yusuf Nurkic, meanwhile, trying to complete a three-point play. Remember, he has 3 fouls. And every free throw, every point important in these games. Make no mistake about it. Hunga, the Real Madrid star, gets inside the runner, and he gets rejected.
Hanga looked determined to get a shot up that possession, attacked the basket, and Nurkic from the help side just punched it out of there.
Hanga looking for a foul on the reach, but nothing called. There's Pearl. Hasn't been a factor at all today. Takes a very tough shot, sticks with it, and then Nurkic just collects the rebound. Nothing easy for Hungary. Nurkic backs up, puts it up. Wow. They're going to be tough to catch the rest of the way on recent evidence.
They've got to do something. They've got to double the post on the catch rather than the dribble. They got to impact it right away because he's just going to work down there.
Voivoda's going to come in for Benka. Here it is again. Look at Nurkic.
So skilled, so skillful, so strong. But again, the point is that early in the game, they seem to be doubling him on the first dribble. I think it's time to go be there on the catch right now. Support your low post defender, in that case, Hopkins.
Zoltan Pearl, one of the big surprises for Hungary at the last Eurobasket, 2017. Here he is. Just not getting any daylight. Ellingsfield gets it to drop. Adic from three. Gegic, again, the offensive rebounds. Even when they're boxing up, they're able to lean over and tap the ball.
But again, in that quick sequence, they put the ball in the post to Nurkic. They doubled him from the ball side, and Adic was really smart. He went to the ball side corner, was open for a three-point shot. So that's the next thing. That would be the next situation for Hungary to deal with.
They start making their threes.
Yep.
Pearl. Oh, and Nurkic really starting to add it up as well from the rebounds. Salilovic has a team-high 8.
There he is on the catch.
Gegic from deep. Good! And in some ways, it just makes it worse. Instead of giving up 2, you're giving up 3. Hanga with the bounce pass, Ellingsfeld. Oh boy, great strong finish from Ellingsfeld.
Ellingsfeld's really underrated, plays hard. Maybe you're not most athletic front court player, but he's a worker for sure.
Hungary had a foul to give. And I don't know in terms of pressure as you look at Ellingsfeld taking it strong. Is the possibility there for Hungary to start applying some type of pressure, full court pressure or something to get Bosnia-Herzegovina maybe force a turnover or 2?
I think it has not been part of their. I think it's not been part of their, team. They're a team that likes to play a certain tempo, a certain style.
Gegic, shot clock or game clock about to expire. He has to turn. He puts it up. It's blocked. Good defense by Pearl. So that is the end of the third quarter, and it has been a great third quarter for Bosnia-Herzegovina. They outscore Hungary 28-17 and lead it 73-63.
Impressive quarter for Bosnia.
Well, we'll get a look at the stats. Not sure what we can gather as much from that. I think the more important stat probably, again, the rebounds.
Rebounds are, I think, the deciding factor here.
And really, the way it was going for Hungary, we kind of felt, they were hitting the occasion. They got a lead. They were getting big shots, and as long as they could make shots, they were in it. But they weren't stopping Bosnia-Herzegovina.
And it's just funny that the kind of deciding factor in the plays were the 2 missed layups from Keller that gave the rhythm an opportunity to Bosnia. But the Bosnia teamwork and passing and plays in the paint have been really good here in the third quarter. I just think it was interesting that they decided to start with Nurkic on the bench, and we didn't see him until the 5-minute mark.
Yeah.
Allowed them to pick up their defensive pressure.
So they turned a negative into a positive.
Yeah, and they were able to conserve, save him a little bit, protect him a little bit.
Scan in the courtside 1891 app and have it in your smartphone for the video streams, schedules, scores, and more. We are in Cologne, Germany. It's the opening day of FIBA Eurobasket 2022. Hungary and Bosnia-Herzegovina. And Bosnia have broken up. Bosnia-Herzegovina have broken up a close game here to lead it by 10 points. Still time for Hungary. An offensive foul called on Ellingsfield, pushing from behind. Aiden Adic. It's almost rubbing salt in the wound. You're really up against it. And here comes Adic. And drives all the way in and scores. Boy, he has really come to life. Aiden Adic. Dragic chasing the basketball. Pearl over to Ellingsfield. Heat set. You can only be impressed by what he's done today. And now a turnover. Here comes Voivoda. And Hunga slides in for the dunk. And that's about the only, you talk about Hungary needing something, get turnovers and points.
And it was really an unforced turnover. There was no double coming on Nurkic. He just made a poor decision. Voivoda intercepted the pass and made a beautiful pass up the floor. Hanga sparks the team with a big dunk, forcing the timeout.
Basically, that's let's calm down and realize we don't need to be in a hurry, right?
Every timeout's different, but they've got self-confidence in their team.
And again, Ellingsfield.
Very underrated. Very underrated.
Ellingsfield's come off the bench, and now he's got 11 points. And that little burst has given Hungary some hope. And let's see if they can build on it. Interesting. So again, it's the pass to Nurkic, bounce pass. And Lazic fouled by Hunga. Suppose you, at this point, you'd rather see him beat you at the line. You don't want to give him away anything easy, but it's all about pressure. It's got to be defense for Hungary and rebounding. And oh boy, right on cue. And at it. Look at that. Another one. This time the ball batted to Voivoda. So it could have been worse, much worse for Hungary. They only gave up 1 point that trip down the floor. Pearl. Turn around. Oh boy, that was silky smooth.
Beautiful. They recognized the matchup. He attacked Nurkic, got into the paint, used great footwork for the pivot, created that space, and great finish. You need to see more of that from Zoltan.
Is there going to be help? Well, he forces up the shot and another chance. Great job knocking the ball over to Hunga. Bounce pass, and there the follow, and fortunately Ellingsfield hustled down the floor and got the miss from Pearl, who was under pressure. And this was a terrific take by Pearl.
Beautiful. And again, as you said, he's been quiet today. You know, you'd love to see him impact the game a little bit more than he has. Let's see if the Hungary team can put together a little run here.
It is incredible when you look at Stojan Ivkovic and the players that he can bring off the bench. Again, flying under the radar is Ellingsfield, and he is getting it done right now. 12 points. Well, now he misses in the rare sight of a Hungarian offensive rebound. So this could be a huge opportunity, but then Nurkic reaches in and knocks it away. Well, right when I said he was getting it done, he missed a free throw and turned it over. Even so, they've cut it back to a 5-point game.
They're right there. Anything can happen. 5-point game. Just got to figure out how they're going to defend the post with Nurkic, and you got to do a better job controlling the board.
Moose is also back in the game. That misses all, gives him a chance, but Pearl couldn't rebound the miss. Three-pointer from Nurkic. Maybe not the shot they're looking for. Oh, boy, Hunga able to get the basketball back. A little runner and gets it to drop. How about that? Hungary have battled back. They trail by just 3. Musa nowhere to go, but the reach from Ellingsfeld and puts Musa on the line.
Musa's really good in those open court situations, attacking one-on-one.
So Bosnia-Herzegovina have sort of welcomed them right back into the game, haven't they? They said, here, we don't want to just blow this thing out. Come back. Let's play. Let's make this close.
They had an opportunity to really assert control, that 10-point lead, and it just goes to show you got to play the full 40-minute game, and anything can happen down the stretch here.
Nadim Babac is going to come back into the game. Musa. Going back to 5 points, the advantage. And some full-court pressure for Bosnia and Herzegovina. And offensive foul called on Hopkins. Moving screen.
That's a tough call right there.
Watch this. Well, if you're coaching Hungary right now,
you're not happy with that call at all. Not happy with that call at all. I don't know if it was his body position, but something triggered the official for a moving screen call. Tough time for that call as well.
Keller back in the game. See if he can contribute here. Now, Brabac takes Pearl down low and flying in. Ellingsfeld with the rebound. Hunga for 3. Count it! Adam Hunga, it's a 2-point game. Hungary showing themselves to be mentally tough. Under duress. And now Musa. Over the shoulder pass to Nurkic, and he scores. Oh, ooh, boy, Hunga got away with one. And the alley-oop, and he finished old school that time, Keller. He didn't want to miss that one. Keller knocks it out of Nurkic's hands, and now he's going to help him up. And now they've called a technical foul. On Hunga for complaining about the foul. Oh, boy. And you can see he had all ball, and I guess that's what he's complaining about. But the foul itself, so he makes the free throw. So he gets 2 fouls. Yeah, I mean, you can understand the frustration if you're Hunga, but you've got to maintain.
The word that we always use with our teams is emotional discipline. You've got to control your emotions, especially in these moments. Difficult time for a technical foul.
Well, the frustration was there because they had called the blocking, or they had called the foul on
Hopkins. On
yeah.
the moving screen moments before.
Of course, you never know. I mean, Hunga, he might have said something
Yes,
that was merited.
we don't know what was said on the court.
So Nurkic can't get the first one to drop. And he does get the second. I mean, the referee, you have to say in the referee's defense, he's seeing a player reaching in. So it's not always as clear cut.
For sure.
And those things will even out over the course of the game. So yeah, emotional discipline. Alley-oop, and the foul, the push on Nurkic. So Keller will go to the line to take 2 very important free throws for Hungary.
I think Adin Vrabac has done an outstanding job pressuring Hunga, making him work for position, just generally being a pest defensively against Hunga.
Tough game for Akos Keller, missing the first free throw. Takes his time. Second one doesn't go in either. Still only a 4-point game. Hungary in a zone. And now, they might be in a man now. Looks like they're sitting back in the 2-3. Nurkic is going to go. Oh boy, look at him. He puts on the deck and drives pretty well for a big guy, doesn't he?
He does. He's so big and strong, and you know you're bound to foul him if you're sliding with him, trying to defend. Uses his body extremely well.
So Nurkic goes out, 19 points, 3 rebounds. I suppose they'll be happy to see him exit the game, but it's like you said earlier on, this then allows a little more defense for Bosnia-Herzegovina, a little more aggressive defense.
Yeah, you're able to play the hard show, pick and roll at the point of attack. Able to pressure the ball, a little bit more mobility defensively.
So 6 points, still 5.5 minutes remaining. Hunga has really been good. Ellingsfeld, baseline, puts it up. Well, he's not going to make all his shots. But again, it comes down to Hungary now playing defense. Musa. Halilovic gets it to the corner. Kamenyas thought about it, and his pass intercepted. Well read by Pearl. And Musa reaches in, almost knocks it away, but Pearl maintains. Hunga on the break. And the ball bounces to Varadi. Now Pearl for 3. Goes in and out. Ellingsfeld hustling. And it's going to be Bosnia-Herzegovina basketball. So Binka and Roscoe Allen come back into the game for Ellingsfeld and Pearl. And Varadi guards Robertson. Well, less than 5 minutes to go now. Now or never time for Hungary. They've got to really dig in. There goes the drive, and Halilovic has been so tough in the lane with that little rolling jump hook or hook.
Beautiful feeling for the game right there. Footwork, finish.
Allen gets to the baseline. Hunga. Barati trying to post up. He's not going to get it. It's going to have to be Hunga taking a tough shot. He's not going to make that. Great defense from Bosnia and Herzegovina.
Starting to see some defeated body language from Hungary at this point. A little bit of frustration. Still a 8-point game. It's got to be a little bit more productive with their possessions.
Ailingsfield and Hopkins now come into the game. Musa. Ailingsfield, good lower base strength, forces Halilovic into a tough shot, but they can't keep Kamenyas off the offensive boards. And the lead, look at points in the paint. 6 more for Bosnia and Herzegovina. Barati, his pass tapped, stolen. The pass up ahead to Robertson. And Bosnia and Herzegovina go up by 12. Well, they wobbled. They wobbled, but they have now gone back in front by double digits. And one last roll of the dice for Hungary. Let's go down to the bench and listen to Coach Ivkovic. Well, Musa getting his hands up on defense, leading to getting a steal and a fast break, and it doesn't take long, does it?
No, he started the game really well, and then the second half, Musa has been outstanding. He scored in a lot of ways. He's impacted the game. Been great in transition, made plays for his teammates, done it on offense and defense. Musa has played very well today.
Voivoda, and they somehow, Hungary, are lucky not to turn the basketball over there.
That's not the type of possession you want coming out of a timeout, a key timeout like that, trying to rally the troops. 3 minutes to go, plenty of time here.
Voivoda, little runner from the line. Musa has it taken away by Benka. Voivoda. Hungary desperate for points, and they get 2 from Voivoda. Musa wants to drive. He hands it off to Halilovic. And Halilovic, look at him, just never give up on those rebounds, but Hungary come away with the basketball. Barati drives in, Hopkins with the rebound, and a foul on Bosnia and Herzegovina. Nurkic comes back into the game. And obviously that impacts both ends of the floor with his rim protection and then giving them an obvious option to score. But remember, he's got 4 fouls as well. Hopkins also has 4 fouls for Hungary. Benka, bounce pass. Hopkins spins, turns, goes up. How in the world did he score that over Nurkic?
Crafty finish from Hopkins.
And it's an 8-point game. Again, just a little bit of hope. And Robertson, foul before the shot. So Robertson can put perhaps a nail or two in the coffin here of Hungary if he can make these free throws. Big free throws, and not a bad guy to have at the free throw line. The word automatic comes to mind.
John Robinson, 2 minutes.
Bosnia-Herzegovina trying to slam the door shut. Verratti goes up and loses it on the drive. So Bosnia-Herzegovina trailed by as many as 8 points in the game, and closing in, it appears, on victory on opening day. Oh boy, the pass intercepted. Chance for Vojvoda. Ellingsfeld keeps it alive, gets it back. Verratti for three. Still can't get the drop for Hungary. Well, this was a game that everybody said you had to win it if you're these two teams. Oh, and Robertson strokes it from three-point range.
Big bucket right there for Bosnia.
That pretty much ices it. 95-82. And Adin Vrabac, like he has all game long, has been a tremendous test defensively. But look at this. Robertson, 18 points for him, 5 assists. Couldn't ask for anything more from him in this game. Benka from deep. It's good. Also couldn't have asked for anything more from him in this game. He's been terrific. 20 points.
Benka's really played well.
Usa just going to try to dribble seconds off the clock. Now he's going to attack and misses Nurkic, so gets the offensive rebound. They stay with it. Somehow avoid giving up 2 points. Benka for three. Kind of in desperation mode. And the rebound collected by Bosnia-Herzegovina. Look at Halilovic, the captain, waving at their fans. And it has been a great game. And Bosnia-Herzegovina clearly thriving on the emotion. Great moment for them. Mike, they win it 95-85.
Great start for Bosnia. Well-deserved victory. Lots of players impacted the game.
So Bosnia-Herzegovina all